Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday, August 22nd. How's everybody's weekend going? How's everybody's Saturday going? Shout out to the folks in the chat. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll say what's up to the chat here momentarily, but I'm sure you all heard the news that came out just about an hour ago. Giancarlo Stanton hurting his other calf. They're saying it's a mild grade strain, but man, this man just cannot catch a break with the injuries. Highly doubt he's gonna be back this season. And in all honesty, I hate to say it this way, it's probably a good thing in a way, and I hate to say that, right? And I like Giancarlo Stanton, but it does give the Yankees a little bit more flexibility with the roster. They have other options, and let's be honest, even with Stanton being out for most of the all of the season, the Yankees were still playing well without him. So, they still had guys that could play for him. And even now, right, Cody Bellinger, he's going to be back tomorrow. He'll be activated in the lineup. And then, you're also going to have Aaron Judge coming back at some point. And, we'll see what Aaron Judge probably coming back September 1st when the rosters expand. That would be my guess, but we'll see. But like I said, it does give the Yankees a little bit more options in terms of, in terms of how they want to construct their roster, especially going into the postseason. So, sad news for Stanton. It's never fun, man. Stanton is an amazing player. He's different. He's just out of this world. At this point, it's like I feel like it's one of those things where, I think it's time for him to hang it up. I think the Yankees are going to let him go. Honestly, I think at this point, after this season, the Yankees are going to let him go. It's not like they have a lot of years left with Giancarlo as of right now. So, I think because he has one more year left on his contract, and he's got the 2028 club option, right? So, I always felt even if he finished up 2027, the Yankees were going to decline his club option. So, and the Marlins are also on the hook for some of that money too. So we may have seen the last of Giancarlo. We'll see, right? We'll obviously the Yankees are probably not going to make that decision right now. Right now, they're more worried about winning games and trying to get back to the top of the division, which the Yankees are slowly but surely inching closer in the AL East. The Rays lost last night to the Orioles. The Yankees won last night against the Blue Jays. The Yankees right now on a 5-game winning streak. I believe they're 18 games over 500 at the moment. They're 3 games behind the Rays. So, this is all good news. Right? Everything seems to be trending in the right direction for the Yankees. It seems like things are starting to click. The bats have been, a little bit better, right? They're showing some life, but every win that they get, no matter how many runs they put up, as long as it results in a win, that's at this point, that's all that matters. That is all that matters now, and I have been saying it. And the Yankees pitching, what more can we say? The pitching has just been phenomenal for the New York Yankees. I mean, especially the bullpen, right? We know the starters have been delivering, but the bullpen has been solid, right? With guys like Blackburn, Hedrick, I remember a lot of folks were not in love with these guys, and I understand why. It was another one of these Cashman dumpster dive moves, but look at these guys. Look at these guys. But we'll talk a little bit more. We'll get into today's lineup with the Yankees and Blue Jays this afternoon. Let's hope the Yankees can take the series. It's going to be Ryan Weathers versus Dylan Cease. We'll talk about what those guys did last week. They faced each other last week. It was in the final game of the series. The Yankees actually ended up winning that game. It was in extra innings. So, that which, we know how it goes a lot of times with the Yankees in extra inning games. But let me say what's up to the chat real quick. Thank you all for being here on this Saturday afternoon. Make sure you all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. If you're new, greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing this channel. And the road to 4,000 now, right? So slowly but surely, the channel will get there. But I appreciate everybody here. So let me say what's up to the chat. We got Joseph Salvatore in the chat. What is going on? Infernus is joining us this afternoon. What's up, dude? How's it going? Who else we got? Egyptian is in the building. Keith is in the building. Pasty's in the building. Pixelmon's in the building. Katie is in the building. What's up, Katie? I'm sure she's very upset about Giancarlo. We got referee in the building. 33,000 feet flying to, oh man, okay. That's what's up. And shout out to referee for being a member for 24 months. He says, Stanton is Rendon with better public relations. Always heard declining and eating up payroll and offer ready. Buy out the contract and move on. I mean, at this point, it's probably the best option, man. For a guy his size, man, he's, I hate to say it, but he's very fragile. A beast when he's playing. I mean, a beast when he's playing. When he is playing, the guy is unstoppable. When he's on his game, especially in the postseason, we've seen what he can do. And who else we got in the building? Andre Green. We got Charles Barkley in the building. I'm not sure. I think they might be getting insurance for his contract. I think. I'm not 100% on that. Who else we got in the building? We got Desiree in the building. What's up, Desiree? Who else we got? I'm just going down the list here. Peanut. What up, Peanut? My man Rodney's in the building. What's up, buddy? What's going on, man? We got Official in the building. Hitman's in the building. Braun Broomfield, what's up, man? What's going on? Shout out to Braun Broomfield. Who else is in the building? Oh, Richard Lee, what's up, man? Yeah, I know. Weathers has been, he's been quietly very good for the Yankees. I mean, I've been saying it for a while. I think he's earned a spot in the rotation. It'll be interesting to see what happens when Max Fried gets back. So we know he's going to have a bullpen session at I believe today or tomorrow. But with the Stanton news, it sucks, man. It sucks. I was hoping to see him back, but like I said, this might be a good thing. Like I was saying, this might be a good thing because it does give the Yankees a little bit more roster flexibility. And you don't have to worry about who to send option back or who to DFA off the roster if the Yankees were going that route. So we'll see, right? We'll see how things happen. We'll see what happens. What's up, Beagle? How's it going? But I wish Stanton the best. I don't know. I don't know if it's I love Giancarlo. I'm a Giancarlo fan, no doubt. Like I kept saying, he was one of the best players on the Yankees when it came to the postseason. When it came to the postseason, he was just an absolute monster. And you hated facing him. That's for sure. But again, the Yankees have played the season without him, and the Yankees were doing just fine without him, and I feel like the Yankees will still be fine without him. I hate to say that, but it's just it's just the truth. Yeah, referee says a little off topic, but I'm thinking no baseball in 2027 for Stan to be affiliated with anyway. Well, there's also that, right? So there might not be a 2027 season, but we'll see. We'll see what happens as far as that goes. We'll talk more about that during the off season. But in the meantime, let's talk about today's game. Let's talk about today's lineup. Like I was saying, it's Ryan Weathers against Dylan Cease. So we'll see how today's matchup goes between the two. Last week, we'll talk about their outings from last week. And let me pull up the lineup here. But here we go. This is the lineup here for today's game. It is Trent Grisham leading things off, playing center field. Ben Rice is batting second. He'll be your DH. Heliot Ramos is batting third. He'll be playing left field. Luis Garcia Jr. is batting cleanup, playing first base. Spencer Jones is batting fifth, playing right field. George Lombard Jr. is batting sixth. He'll be playing shortstop. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is batting seventh, playing second base. Austin Wells is batting eighth. He'll be at the dish. Jose Caballero will be batting ninth, playing third base. On the mound, it is left-handed pitcher Ryan Weathers. Folks in the chat, what do you think about this lineup? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Talk to me. I've been noticing that Spencer Jones and George Lombard have been batting back-to-back. I like it. I like it. I think that's a nice dynamic duo right there. The Yankees could potentially have their future stars there that are batting back to back. So I'm certainly a fan of this. So the lineup, I don't mind it, honestly. Like I realistically I don't like Ramos batting third, but at the same time I understand it. So Ramos has actually been a little bit better. He's been shown a little bit more life. So let's hope that continues. And let me see the comments here. Yeah, at least Cabby's in the infield. I mean, yeah, we don't want him playing in the outfield. I definitely don't want that. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about the lockout. That stuff we'll talk a little bit more in the off season. We'll just focus right now on today's game. But Ryan Weathers has been quietly very good for has been putting together some solid starts. Almost better. I would say he's better than Will Warren. It's not a knock on Will Warren. Will Warren's been he's been durable. He's been solid. He can give you good starts. Both guys have had their bad outings, but there's been a lot of times where Weathers has pitched really well, but he doesn't get the run support. Last week against Toronto, last Sunday, pitched 7 1/3, only gave up the 1 run, 6 hits, only walked the batter, struck out 4. So like I said, he held his own. Right, he held his own against Toronto. I don't think there was a lot of faith going into him into that game. I certainly had a little bit of doubt. I think he did better than what was expected. And the game before that against Seattle, he went 5 2/3, gave up 3 walks, struck out 4, only gave up 1 earned run on 2 hits. So still a decent start for him. And then got the win against St. Louis in the start before that, back on August 4th. He went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits. He walked the batter. He struck out 6. So a solid outing there. Okay, and last week, like I said, he did his job against Toronto. And what did he do against Dylan Cease? I mean, Dylan Cease, listen, he's a good pitcher, right? He lasted 6 1/3 against the Yankees. He struck out 10, walked 3, gave up 2 runs. So the Yankees were able to get a couple of runs off of him, and gave up only 2 hits. You don't be surprised if you see a similar start. Maybe the Yankees do a better job this time around, but the Yankees have done well against Dylan. Have had a little success against Dylan Cease a couple times this season. So I mean, last week, they were able, they were able to get a couple of runs. The start back in May, they scored 5 runs against him on 4 hits. He still was able to strike out 9, walked 4 batters in 5 innings. So, Cease can put up similar numbers. I think Cease will put up similar numbers, but he could put up similar numbers in today's start. But the Yankees are going to have to be patient at the plate. Have better at bats, which it seems like once again, they've done a better job with at the plate as of late. There's still improvement that needs to be made. The offense, has been taking a beating there for a little while there, but it seems like they're starting to turn it around, right? It seems like they're starting to click, and the offense is doing enough to get these wins, which once again, that's all that matters. You gotta, you get those wins any way you possibly can, and it does also help with the fact that the Yankees pitching has just been out of this world. What's up there, Sean? How you doing there, buddy? Another setback for Big G, man. We were just talking about it. I think his season's done. I mean, this could be the last time we see him as a New York Yankee, unfortunately. So, it's sad. It's sad, but and once again, I hate to say it, but he's not really needed. The Yankees have been fine without him. So the Yankees still have, they have some options. They got options. So, we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. Right. Hopefully the Yankees win another game and, the Rays lose another game. That way, going into tomorrow, the Yankees are 2 games behind the Rays. I'm hoping, by this weekend, the Yankees are, 2 games behind. I don't know if they'll sweep the Blue Jays. If they sweep the Blue Jays, that would be fantastic. And if the Rays get swept, then the deficit is then 1 game. I know a lot of folks were counting the Yankees out, and they were going to settle for a wild card. I certainly was not in that crowd. It's still possible that they could win the division. I don't see why not. They just have to continue winning these games in the hopes that the Rays continue losing. So, that's all we can hope for. The Yankees still have a shot to win the division. I feel pretty confident about it. But, sad news with GIANCARLO. Let's hope the Yankees can win the second game of the series against the Blue Jays. So let's hope Ryan Weathers can have a solid start against the Blue Jays. But let's get into these predictions, though. Let's talk some predictions. So let's talk Ryan Weathers here, folks. So Ryan Weathers last week, looking back at my predictions here, I had him going 5 innings, giving up 3 walks, 2 earned runs, and striking out 4. I was right on the strikeouts. On the walks, I was definitely not right. And he only gave up the 1 run, so I was right on a couple of predictions. I thought he was going to go 5, but he went 7 1/3, so he did a lot better than expected. And what's up, Jared? How's it going? So let's see those Ryan Weathers predictions. For me, I think Weathers. So I won't say 7 1/3, but I'll go ahead and say he goes 6 innings. Strikeouts. I'll give him 5. I'll give him 5 strikeouts. I'll still say a couple of walks. I'll say 2 walks. And he gives up 1 earned run. That's what I'm going to give Ryan Weathers. Sean Browning is going 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, 12 strikeouts, 2 walks. Jared's going 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a couple of walks, 7 strikeouts. Okay, so one of you is saying 7, the other one's saying 6. I'm going 6. I don't know if the strikeouts will be high tonight or this afternoon. If they are, great. I won't have any complaints about that at all. So that'd be awesome if he was able to get 6 or 7 strikeouts or more. But I'm having him go 5 strikeouts. Let's see everybody else's predictions. Let's see some more predictions for Ryan Weathers. What do we got for Ryan Weathers? Let's talk And let me check this poll here. Make sure you all vote in the poll. 25 votes, and 72% of you said that the Yankees are going to take the series this afternoon. Hey, just win the series, man. Moving forward, win every series. How fast will he make Schneider cry? Yeah, he looks like he's always going to cry, right? Chua, what's up, man? Do you think Brandon Young will beat McClanahan today? It'll be a good matchup. Hard to say. Chua, what are your thoughts there, dude? Beagle's going Ryan. He's saying Ryan Weathers goes 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks. So another one that's saying 7 innings. I like the predictions. I mean, he does get pretty red, I guess, when he gets angry. I don't know about pink, but he does get red like a tomato. Showing confidence in your pitcher, hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, look, Ryan Weathers has been really he's been solid this season. Yeah, he's had some rough starts, right? It was a little bit of a rough go in the beginning of the season, but as the season progressed, he started to look more comfortable. I remember when obviously we all remember when the Yankees traded for him, and I do recall a lot of people hating that deal. It was another one of those Cashman dumpster dive moves, right? It was another Cashman move, as if it was like a bad trade. I had confidence. I mean, I felt good about him. I mean, I remember watching highlights about when it came to Ryan Weathers, and I saw a lot of potential there. The injuries definitely hurt him, but Matt Blake, being Matt Blake, has done a phenomenal job with Ryan Weathers. So the entire Yankees pitching staff has been excellent this season. So they've done a good job with Ryan Weathers, and hopefully Ryan Weathers can get the run support. That's been the biggest problem. So that's not really a Weathers problem. That's more of an bats problem. So, all right, Ronnie's going 6 2/3, a run, 8 strikeouts, and a walk. Katie's going 6 innings, 5 strikeouts for Weathers. Okay, she's coming in with her home run prediction, saying Rice, Ramos, and Jones. Final score will be 9-3. Ryan Weathers just doesn't give enough. Yeah, well, we already know that. No, so you might be confusing the two. So Augustine Ramirez got traded to the Marlins for Jazz. That was 2 years ago. The Ryan Weathers trade was a completely different trade. So, all right, let's talk home runs, folks. Let's get into the home run. Let's get into the home run talk. Who's hitting a home run? Who is hitting a home run? Let's talk some home runs here, folks. So Spencer Jones hit one. Brooklyn's in the house. What's up, Brooklyn? What's up, Susan? How's it going? But let's talk some home run talk. Home run action. What do we got? Rodney's going junior. Which junior? Rice-A-Roni and Jazz. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna put. Do I want to put Spencer Jones or Ben Rice? I'm trying to think who I want to say. Let's see. Who do I want to say? Who is gonna hit a home run today? I won't say Ben Rice. You know what? I'm gonna say Luis Garcia Jr. Luis Garcia Jr. I'm gonna go Trent Grisham. All right, I'll say Trent Grisham. The other person, I'm gonna say, who do I want to put here, man? Who do I want to put? I'm trying to decide if I want to go Spencer Jones or Jazz or Austin Wells. Like, just go for, I like going for making a bold pick too. Oh, Lombard. Okay, George Lombard Jr. Shua thinks the Orioles will sweep the Rays. I hope you do. I'll be cheering for the Orioles there, dude. I'll be cheering for the Orioles. I have been for this weekend, this series. Lombard Jr. Jared's going Lombard Jr., Jones, and Garcia Jr. Ronnie's saying Jones. Jared's saying Rice. Ronnie's going 9-2. What's up, Jay Witt? Your sleeper is Jazz today. You know what? I'm gonna say sleeper for me is gonna also be Jazz, and my other 3 home runs: Luis Garcia Jr., Trent Grisham. I'm gonna go Lombard. So boom, those are gonna be my picks. Those are going to be my picks. So there we go. So Luis Garcia Jr., Trent Grisham, George Lombard Jr., and my sleeper is going to be Jazz. It's been a while since I picked Jazz to be my sleeper. So I'll go Jazz. Those are my picks. Shia, Ace is in the building. What up, Ace? Shout out to my guy Ace. I'm pretty sure Ace is going to call the game later. I won't be able to call the game, but I will be back sometime in the middle of next week to call the games. And after next week, I should be able to call more games. So I should be back on a regular schedule. Yes, indeed. And just to remind everybody again, tomorrow I'll be going live at noon at East Coast time. So I'm giving away 3 gift cards to Fanatics, 3 $20 gift cards to 3 lucky winners. So make sure you all tune in for that. You know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing duck races, and it might be rigged. I'm not making any promises here. So if you want to participate, just make sure you're on the live stream tomorrow. All right. So you get a gift from me. Yours truly. Jones, Wright, Garcia, Rice go deep. So you got Jones, Garcia, and Rice. Nice. Ronnie says rigged duck races. It's because your duck sucks. Oh, man. Quack, quack, Susan says. That means Susan's going to participate tomorrow. She's going to participate in the duck race. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's talk score. Ronnie says you suck, cheater. I ain't cheating nothing, man. Those ducks have a mind of their own. It's just your duck is slow as hell. Good one, Jared. All right, let's talk score predictions. What do we got for score predictions? Let's talk a little score. Ronnie's saying 9-2. Tell him, Susan. Jared's going 8-1. Man, we're expecting the Yankees to put up a lot of runs, huh? Okay. I like the confidence. I like the optimism. If I'm being truthful, I don't know if the Yankees are going to put up a lot of runs. I mean, they put up 3 runs yesterday. Susan's going 5-3. I'm going to go. They are overdue. I'm going to say 4. I'll say 4-2. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to say 4-2 for tonight or for today's game. That's going to be my score prediction. But I hope they go way above 4 runs. I hope the offense goes on a tear. It's going to be tough. All right, it's going to be tough. I mean, look, they're facing Dylan Cease. So hopefully plate discipline is good against Dylan Cease. But that's what we got, though. That's what I have, at least for my score prediction. So I'm going 4-2. I'll go 4-2. Any other score predictions out there, let me know. If you haven't dropped your weathers prediction, drop your weathers prediction. Home run prediction. Ronnie says 4-2 scared pick. Yeah, that duck is suddenly slowing down even more there, Rodney. Oh man, I'm definitely not scared. I'm just being a realist. I am just being a realist, my man. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going 4-2. I'm gonna make sure that duck is even slower tomorrow. And we're gonna put that duck in a pink dress too. Cecilia, what's up? Cool. All right. So busy with work. Had a presentation to do in Vegas. She probably also gambled there too. Yeah. So back home watching the Yankees. All right. Cool. What's up, Bill? Ronnie says get life insurance. Sure. 24-1. I want to call it a funny prediction. That's wild work. Yes, indeed. All right, let's talk ABS predictions. What do we got for ABS? ABS, how many calls get overturned today? What's up, Matthew? What is your Rays Orioles prediction for the Orioles starting pitcher, and what is your score prediction for Rays at Orioles game today? I don't know about the starting pitcher prediction, but I'll give you a score prediction of. We'll go 5-4. I'll say 5-4 for today's game. Ronnie's going 4. Jared's going 3. I'm going to stick with 3. So 3 predictions for ABS. I think that's how many calls are going to get overturned by the ABS system. So that's what I got for ABS. What else we got? Yeah, I don't know, Bill. I don't know if it's a phantom IL or not, but either way, it gives the Yankees a little bit more roster flexibility. I mean, but he's injury prone, sadly. Jay Witt's going 2. Joseph is going 4. Billow's going 5 combined. Yeah, we'll see what the Yankees decide to do in the offseason when it comes to GIANCARLO. So, he's under contract for 2027 and then 2028. Once again, it's a club option. All right. Any other ABS predictions? Drop it in the chat. But let's talk some food. Let's talk food. What are we eating? Or did we have brunch? Did we have breakfast? Is it too early for lunch? What are we eating? I literally just had breakfast, so I'm not even hungry. So I'm good. Six or 7 ABS? Holy smokes. So this umpire is really going to suck today, huh? What channel's the game on today? I'm pretty sure it's on the Yes Network. It's got to be on the Yes Network. I don't think it's nationally televised and like that. I don't think it's on Fox or whatever. Yeah, it'll be on the Yes Network. I just checked. Jared don't know what he's eating. Became the new Yankees way of getting rid of long-term contracts. Look at DJ and others. Yeah, sadly, man. You had breakfast at 4:30? Wow. You know what? You know what, Susan? Usually when I'm on my normal work schedule, I usually have breakfast around 4:30, 5 a.m. You know, so you know. You're welcome there, Charles Barkley. What does NFE stand for? Not for everyone, just plain. Nah, it's the initials to my name there, dude. Which, you know, I've shared it a few times. I'll share it again one day. You're always up at the crack of dawn. Yeah, usually, like I said, when I'm on my normal schedule, I'm usually up by like 4 in the morning. New friendly environment. We could stick with that. Bacon, sausage, and cheese omelet. Stuffed with sausage, gravy, and hash browns. And a lot of sausage. Pause. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah, all right. A lot of protein there. Hash browns, okay. Chicken noodle soup. Can't go wrong with chicken noodle soup. What's up, Jonathan? You're on your trip? Where did you go? Hash browns are delicious. I love me some good hash browns. I do like hash browns. I like potatoes. You know, just like potatoes. You know, whatever. Hash browns, you know, potatoes don't matter. Leftovers. Oh, man. But yeah, no, I just had breakfast. I just actually had some honey, a little bit of cheese. Everything is better with bacon. No comment. Yeah, and McDonald's hash. I haven't had McDonald's breakfast in a long time. I haven't had McDonald's period in a long time. So, I generally don't eat fast food except for Chick-fil-A. That's my go-to. Chick-fil-A is still a decent fast food place, decent chain. Yeah, so like I was saying, I had some bread, some feta cheese, some olives, some honey. So I had a nice light breakfast, exactly how I want it. Cup of coffee. What's up there, Stephen B? I don't know if it's Stephen B or CT Cards, but whoever it is, what's going on? That's CS Yankees right there. So I know they've been going live. Jared likes Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's about the only fast food joint I go to now. In terms of like, you know, ordering when you're looking at all the fast food chains, like, you know, the McDonald's, the Burger Kings. Oh, okay, Stephen B. All right, what's up, man? Some fried Greek cheese with ouzo the other night, and it was delicious. I don't. Ouzo is that alcoholic drink, isn't it? I don't drink, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Just knowing you through the streams there, Bill. Some of my NFL predictions this season, I don't know. You gotta give me some time with that. No idea, man. Not really sure what my But yeah, the game's going to start in less than 30 minutes. So hopefully the Yankees can win today's game and take the series. Hopefully the Rays lose. I think the Rays, let me see what time the Rays are playing today. I'm going to check this right now. Oh, they're playing later this afternoon. So that game is, or later tonight, should I say. So that game is going to be played at 7:05. Flaming Greek cheese, the alcohol cooks off. Get to Dylan Cease early. Big time, if they're able to. Should Jackson Dart play in today's preseason game versus Miami today, NFE? I don't see why not. I mean, he's got to get some playing time. Oh, good racing weekend, F1 and IndyCar. I don't keep up with that stuff, I'll be honest with you. Well, we got Apex in the building. Says, go Yankees. What's up, man? I know your team is playing the Red Sox right now. Add Dunkin' with bacon, egg, and cheese, hash browns, and 2 maple donuts. Already burning it off. Cut a bush off and went shopping. Nice. So Beagle's going Ramos, Jones, Trent. Sleeper is Jose Caballero. You're not going to even try to spell the name of the cheese? I got you, Beagle. Oh, Cecilia's coming in with a prediction here. She's saying 3 ABS. Yankees win 5-2. 1 in Vegas. It's lobsters on the grill, ribeyes, asparagus, and potatoes. Oh, man. Woo, Cecilia is going to eat like a queen. I actually had some steak the other day. Medium rare, by the way. So that steak was good. So good. Some asparagus. What up, Dev? Yeah, you're a big fan of the F1. I'm not into car races. So, not my thing. Rice Jones and those are your picks, Rice and Jones there, Stephen B. I don't eat seafood, period. I am definitely not a seafood fan. My ABS challenges overturned. Prediction for the Rays-Orioles game. For that one, we'll go. All right, I'll say 4 for that one. Yeah, I don't know about special kind of mind. I think you just have to be we'll just say you have to have the mindset for it, or you got to have you just got to be part of a certain crowd. I'm just not part of that certain crowd. It's the same thing. It's like the same thing with me, and I love combat sports. And there's a lot of people I know that I may interact with that are not into combat sports. I am. I freaking love combat sports. So I'm all about it. I made a smoked ribeye with baked potatoes and asparagus the other night. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I like a good steak. How do you cook your steaks there, Billo? How do you cook your steaks? Medium rare for me. Oh, yeah. Air fried, medium rare. I mean, how can you go wrong with medium rare? I mean, it just any other way just doesn't work. I think rare is it's a little much. Yeah, we know Egyptian. We know you like. We talked about you liking your steaks rare, medium rare, Jared. Best way to cook it? I don't really care, man. Steak is a steak. Just bring it on. There's a buck or two more than hamburger meat here in Portland, Oregon. Medium rare, medium well. You ruin the steak. I agree. That's a stupid thing to say, Jared. Egyptian says raw and rare aren't the same, by the way. Well, I definitely don't eat it raw. I feel like a raw steak is like, it's not cooked at all. It's like maybe part of the steak is cooked, and then like 90% of it is still like uncooked. Yes, indeed. Like I said earlier, I won't be calling today's game, but I will be calling some games next week for sure, and not next week, but the following week I should be back to my regular schedule, which means I will be able to call more games, so that way there's no drought. And yeah, but in the meantime, I'll when I can't call games, I'll still try and go live and do some pre-games. So plenty for you to eat. All right, so Cecilia just inviting folks over. Her brothers are grilling. Wow, you're not cooking for once? For real? Usually you're the one cooking. Your brothers are taking charge, huh? Oh, okay, you and CT going live later tonight? All right, cool. Yeah, go check them out, guys. Go check out CS Yankees. I also got to get back to the gym and start training again. I feel like I'm 300 pounds. Well, and I'm not. I'm not 300 pounds, but it feels like it. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch this game. So slowly get ready for the rest of my day and see what the rest of the day has to bring. So you got what? Weather killing my back. Is the weather like rainy out there? Is it like cloudy? What's the weather like on the east? It's nice and sunny out here. It's been hot here actually last few days. Sure we'll get cooler days here momentarily. With the end of August coming around. Can you believe it? It's August 22nd. You know, not a whole lot of baseball season left. Pretty crazy stuff, huh? Oh, rainy in Connecticut. You're 190 pounds. That's awesome. Yeah, if exercise was never a thing for me, I would easily be pushing. I'd be well over 200 pounds. No, for sure. Oh, man. Yeah, end of August coming around. Yeah, 34 games left this season, folks. 34 games. Not a whole lot of baseball left. Right? The season's flown by. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the season's flying by. I still remember opening night, and Yankees opened their season up in San Francisco against the Giants, and it was their first game was on Netflix. You know, so that was pretty historical. That was a pretty memorable live stream. I remember getting a lot of folks tuning in. And you know, I was just thinking, I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy this season because there might not be a 2027 season. So just make the best with what we got with with baseball. And going back to that Netflix broadcast, I remember I was watching a game. When I was calling the game on Netflix. I wasn't really a big fan of the Netflix broadcast personally, but I understand they're trying to dip their feet into sports. I get it. You gotta generate revenue somehow, right? You gotta do business somehow. I'm not a fan of the. I feel like they're almost like, yeah, they're worse. I'd say they're not better than Apple TV. I'm not a fan of Apple TV either. I'm not a fan of their broadcast, but I think Apple TV is actually better. Billo said he went to second and third game, then went to Seattle for 3 games. Makes sense, Billo. I mean, you're right. You're in Oregon. So I'm sure you get the opportunity to go to some of those West Coast games when the Yankees are in town. A tactician. Shh, don't tell nobody. Lego builds. Hey, nothing wrong with Lego builds, man. Keeps that brain working by all means. The score bug. Dude, I don't even remember what the Netflix score bug even looked like. Susan says it's a money grab. Apple, Prime, Netflix, Peacock. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a money grab. Every network is trying to get involved and trying to make make a buck, right? It's all competitive. And we're like, in a way, we're kind of forced to buy these subscriptions. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. Oh, Cecilia, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. But like I said, I'll be calling some games next week. You don't have to worry about that. And then after next week, I'll be back to my normal schedule, and I'll be able to be calling more games. So down the stretch, expect me to call a boatload of games. Just keep on the lookout. So over this last month, my schedule changed. So I was, kind of didn't have. I don't want to say I didn't have a choice, but I had to move some things. I had to move some things around. But we'll be back, you know what I mean? And if everything goes according to plan, I'm going to be calling some, these playoff games too. I'm looking forward to that. So trust me, I when my schedule over the last month, it was kind of bumming me out with me not being able to call a lot of these games just because of my work schedule. But we'll be back to a normal schedule, We'll be back to a normal schedule. Yeah, Susan says, well, in order to pay players the big salary and owners need to make money got to charge everyone, not right for people who can't afford to pay. Yeah, as far as the affordability goes, I won't get too deep into it, but a lot of folks talk about affordability, but they choose to subscribe to these networks, right? They choose to have a subscription. They don't have to. It's forcing them, right? But if they're against it, don't subscribe to it. But the thing is, folks have, once you have an addiction, especially watching, your favorite teams, you're gonna make those sacrifices. So, and the thing with these streaming services too, man, it just it was supposed to be more affordable because of cable being so freaking expensive. But at this point, it's like you're better off just having cable, because with all these subscriptions now with Peacock and Netflix and Prime and Apple TV, it's all adding up now. It all adds up to the same price as cable. I like for me, I strictly got Paramount Plus just because the UFC's on there, right? No, I don't really watch anything on Paramount Plus, but at least with with the UFC portion of it, I don't have to, you don't have to pay separate money for a pay-per-view. So, but anyway, that's a whole different topic. That's outside of baseball conversation. That's out of Yankees conversation. But I am going to wrap it up here, folks. I do appreciate you all hanging out with me on this Saturday afternoon. Thank you all for tuning in. And I will be live tomorrow. I'll make a post about it again. All right. So tomorrow at noon, East Coast time, at noon, 12 p.m., I will be live, and I will be doing a duck race. I'm going to be giving away 3 gift cards to Fanatics, 3 $20 gift cards to 3 lucky winners. So if you want an opportunity to try to win, tune in tomorrow, all right, at noon. So might be early for some of you, might be late for some of you. I'm just, it's perfect. For me, it's perfect timing. It should be perfect timing for a lot of folks. So hopefully I'll see you all there. But thank you all very much for tuning in. The game's going to start here in a little over 5 minutes. So go tune in. Go watch the game. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have some fun. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll see you all tomorrow. And as always, let's go Yankees. Go win the series. Go win 2 out of 3. And hopefully, by the end of tonight, the Yankees are 2 games behind the Rays in the AL East. But have a good one, everybody, and let's go Yankees.